Hey guys, what's going on? Got the Panda Aaron here. Um, so I actually have a pretty beast of a gameplay for you here today. I go 53-6 in this game. I end up getting an Assault Juggernaut, and I go ham with that. I start off this game 33-0, which is damn good in my opinion. I mean, other people wouldn't think so. But yeah. So this is my commentary. As you can tell, it's a life story. God damn you, phone. Who is this? Oh, it's my dad. Yeah. So it's a life story. I'm gonna be talking about how I got into video games, and then I eventually got into YouTube, and we'll go from there. Oh, before I say anything else, there's an audio lag issue with the Halo gameplays. I know. I'm working to resolve that. I think I know what the problem is. Um, and I think what's going to happen is I might have to just turn the audio off altogether and explain what's happening. I already have one episode that's going up later today, so make sure you look for that. I'm going to record 3 or 4 more episodes right after I'm done with this, and while it's uploading. Um, but anyway, so back to the life story. Back when I was about 5 or 6, I started playing. Ooh, my friend down online. I started. I didn't even see that when I was recording. I wasn't paying attention. Um, I was Fuck. Back when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I was playing like Super Mario games and those like dumb old like little 5-year-old kid games like SpongeBob and stuff. So I had like those kinds of games, and I was like, wow, these are really fun. This is a fun way to pass the time, just something to do so I don't get bored. I ended up actually just kind of, progressing, and then eventually my brothers, who are both 8 and 7 years older than me, they both graduated college already, and I'm going into my sophomore year of high school. Um, they both combined some of their money, and they bought the original Xbox, as well as they bought Halo 2, I think. Yeah, Halo 2, which is really fun. Like I wasn't allowed to play it at first, and I really wasn't even allowed to watch it because my dad and my parents were just like, it's kind of violent. We don't want you turning into one of those kids that ends up being violent later in life. Too sucks for them because it happened. Wah, just kidding. But yeah, I wasn't really allowed to like play it until I finally like asked my dad, and I bugged him enough, so he's just like, fine, you know what? You can play it as long as one of your brothers is playing it with you. I don't want you playing it by yourself. And eventually he kind of just got over it and was just like, you know what? You can play it by yourself. Just don't play excessive amounts. And like eventually I got, into the point where I actually bought um my own Xbox, or like not my own Xbox, but I bought a few games for myself eventually. Like fucking audio lag is a piece of shit. Sorry, I just noticed it. But eventually I bought some games for myself, I bought I think the first game I bought for myself was an NBA game. It was NBA Baller or NBA Street Ballers or whatever, the one with Chauncey Billups on the cover, I think. I think he's on the cover. But uh I'm I was gonna say like that was the first game I think I bought for myself, and then I started buying like the Lego Star Wars games because I think I got a GameCube for like Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever one year, and I actually started buying some GameCube games because I realized Nintendo games were pretty fun. And then I started getting back into Xbox games after my brothers started. I think one of my brother's friends brought over Call of Duty 4, and he left it here because I think my brother wanted to play it. My brother never played it. I ended up trying it out, and I was like, wow, Call of Duty's pretty cool too. Um, I still remember to this day a quote where I asked my friend, I was just like, is the Call of Duty online as easy as the Halo online? And like this is about the time when I was like 9 years old, and my brother's friend was just like, "Oh God, no! Call of Duty Online is much harder than Halo Online because everybody's got different weapons and everything." And he was so true. Um, God damn it, Katie, shut up! She's making a weird noise. My dog is so fucking annoying. But I started again into Call of Duty from there. I remember the next game I actually bought for myself, or not for myself, but the next game I got as a gift, like next Hanukkah. I got Modern Warfare 2. I was really looking forward to that game, and then I bought I bought Gears of War 2. And then Halo 3 came out. My brothers don't play any games besides Halo and FIFA. Um, but they bought Halo 3 when it came out. I think one of my brother's friends actually bought it at midnight when it came out. Um, so that was pretty cool. I mean, like, I started playing Halo 3 and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And then, when my brothers left for college, I started buying the games for myself because nobody else was here. My brother took his Xbox to college, but he had his own. And then me and my middle brother, I guess you could say, they're a year apart. So when my oldest brother went to college, he actually took his Xbox with him and still played. And by late sophomore, junior year, he stopped playing it altogether. But my middle brother and I, the year he was gone, would still play, Halo and stuff. Eventually, when he left, he actually didn't take the Xbox because he didn't play it nearly as much as I did. So then it was actually mine, and then that Xbox is actually, I can see it from right here. It's sitting in a corner over there. That Xbox ended up getting. It had the red ring before, but I think it just died altogether because we bought that Xbox 360 like as soon as it came out. Katie, shut up! God, she's like licking herself. Masturbate in the corner so I don't have to fucking see you. I think I speed up the gameplay a little bit here. But I bought that Xbox 360 Slim, that black one with the really touch-sensitive disc ejection and power button. That reminds me of the other day, my dog actually turned that off because it was on the floor. I was playing COD and my dog walked by and touched it. Might have to kill you for that, Kobe. I was on a pretty good streak. But eventually, I started watching YouTube videos. Like, I knew what YouTube was. I didn't know people, like, uploaded gaming stuff to YouTube. But, like, by the time I bought my Xbox 360 Slim, I actually had a Dazzle for one of my older channels that kind of crashed and burned. I mean, it's still up. It's just I don't post to it at all. But fuck computer! Don't go to sleep when I'm recording a commentary. That's just rude. But I started posting gameplays, and then eventually I started a new channel because my friend sort of took over the channel that I was on more recently. Started posting stuff that I didn't really agree with. I asked him, we should probably change the way we're doing this, but he said, no, I kind of like the way we're doing this. I'm sure it'll be fine. You can keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. He eventually started posting a lot more than I did. I didn't get in the mood to post on that channel because he was kind of, like, I was like, hey, can we change what you're doing here, and then maybe I'll change what I'm doing here. But he would tell me, change what you're doing here, and I'm not going to change anything I'm doing because everything I'm doing is perfect. But it eventually got to the point where I kind of separated myself from that channel. Anyway, now I started my channel, this channel, and now, I'm happy because I'm kind of starting to make some YouTube friends, which is one of the things I heard from one of my well, not expert, but one of my YouTube friends told me that's an easy way to get subscribers, make YouTube friends. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary, guys. I know the audio is a bit fucked up. Fucking game, but, anyway, like, favorite, subscribe, see ya.